Alright guys, I already have the Notpolish Universal tips on, and today we'll be using number 113 from Notpolish. And what I really love about this color is it's really easy for you guys to ombre also. So this color is almost like a foolproof ombre color, along with our really popular color is number 101 soft white, which I'm not using today, but I just want to put it out there for you guys. Alright, and make sure you keep the shape of the nails, okay? And this product is not too runny, not too dry, so it's the perfect consistency, especially for beginners to work with. For the second bead, we're going to place it about 99% close to the cuticles. Clean your brush, dip it in a little monomer, and flush the product into the cuticles, because we don't want thick products around the cuticles, because that can cause a lot of lifting. And when it's really thick around the cuticles, you're gonna keep, when you over file, when the clients come back for a fill, you will see the ring of fire. Okay, so make sure you make it really thin around the cuticles to prevent all that. And I'm just gonna press it into the shape. Alright, and for you guys that really want to practice one bead application, I suggest you again, I don't have a video for the liquid to powder ratio yet, but my suggestion is you can practice on the smallest finger first, which is the pinky. So once you get that down, you can kind of understand the consistency of the product or how much you need to pick up. Then you can try to move to the bigger fingers, which means it's like the ring fingers or the middle finger and index and the thumb, but always start out with the pinky first because it's the smallest, and it probably will be easier for you guys to work with if you're practicing your one bead application. Okay, and again, we're gonna go in to pre-shape the nail first. As you can see, I'm always using this cross bit, and what I love about this bit is it's a safety bit, so I will demonstrate for you guys to see how that it does not cut your through your skin. Okay, and it allows you to get super close to the cuticles also. A lot of safety bits do not allow you to get too close to the cuticles because it's a safety bit. It doesn't allow you to get too close to the cuticles because it does. That's the whole point of it. It's supposed to prevent you from nicking the client's fingers, right? So it does not let you get too close to the cuticles. But this allows you to get super close to the cuticle without cutting the client's fingers. I mean, if you really try to, it might, but it should not. Okay, you see this? So I have this still running, but you can see that it does not. You see that? It does not cut my skin. Now I'm just going to go in and file the nail to make sure that it's super straight, and make sure you clean down, file on the bottom of the nail also, just like that, to make sure that it's really nice and straight throughout the whole thing, and you have nothing hanging on the bottom of the nail. So make sure you get the bottom of it also. And make sure you buff it out nice and smooth before you start on the nail art. Okay, and I know I want to make a video for beginners, but I just been really focused on the nail art aspect of the whole tutorials lately, and I will get to it, just bear with me. And I'm just using a black gel right now. Okay guys, this is a black gel polish. And then we're going to paint the other fingers also with black gel. So all I'm doing right now is I'm painting a base color for the nail art to go on top. Okay guys, I'm just painting it with a gel polish, and if the polish is thick enough, I'm just going to stick with one coat. I don't need to be doing 2 coats, then it might be a little bit too thick. So if it looks like it's good coverage after 1 coat, I'm just okay. Do not cure it when it's wet. When the gel is still wet, when the blossom gel is still wet, I'm gonna go in and paint my roses with a white gel polish. And what's really easy about this design is once you paint on the white gel, you just go in a pattern of a rose, like a vintage rose. As you can see, like I'm just working in pattern, and the blossom gel just takes over and just does this thing. What it does is it kind of like spread the gel out and give it that effect of a blossom, like a flower that is blooming. Okay guys, that's what makes this design extremely easy. And I'm just gonna go in, and all I'm doing is just painting on my white gel polish. There you go. And once you think that the longer you work with it, the more it will spread out. So don't take too long, because the flower would look like it was too much, too well blossom. All right, and then you cure that for 30 seconds. After that's cured, we're gonna work on our next nail, which is this nail. And the same thing, I am just applying on the blossom gel. And again, we do not cure the blossom gel, okay? I'm just gonna clean off the edges first, and then I'm just gonna go in with a white gel polish again and paint on my roses. There you go. We're just gonna go in with the white gel again. Okay, if you cure the blossom gel, it will defeat the purpose of the whole process, okay? And you won't get this effect. So blossom gel, do not cure. Paint your white roses on, and then once you're done with that, then you cure the gel. And the longer you let the white sit on top of the blossom gel, the more spread out your flowers will be. So it just depends on how spread out you want your flowers to be. That's how long you're just gonna let it sit on top of the blossom gel, right? And I'm just gonna go in and just draw my roses just like that. Now that looks good. I am gonna cure it for 30 seconds in the UV lights. And what I'm doing right now is, after the design is cured, I'm just gonna go in and give it a little bit more defined lines like that with a white gel polish again. Just wherever, I'm just gonna add little white lines into the roses just to give it more definition when I paint on the red gel later. You see, I'm just gonna go in with a white gel and just add to it just a little bit, just like that. And then once that's done, we're gonna cure it under the light for 30 seconds again, okay? We're gonna cure it under the lamp when this is done. All right, now this is done and cure. Now I'm gonna go over it with a red gel polish. It's just any red gel polish you want. And just one light coat first, and then we're gonna cure it. And then same goes for the other nail. One thin coat of red gel polish, and then you're gonna cure it also under the lamp. And if you guys want it to be darker, we're gonna go in and apply a second coat like this, okay? If you're good with the bright red, you can stick to it, but I want it a little bit darker, so I'm just gonna go in and apply another thin layer of the red gel on it. And when I'm done, right, I am gonna wipe it down with alcohol, because if the surface is too sticky, with this sticky residue, when I go to apply these tapes on, it won't stick. So you see how I wiped it down first and then stick on my tape, and you notice how I kind of left a little bit off the edge, just like that. I don't tape it all the way to the edge because that can cause lifting and the tape can peel off. So you want to leave a little space at the edge, just like that. Don't cover it all the way to the edges because it can peel off really easy. And I'm just gonna go in and draw on my black gel, just like that. You see? Alright, same for this nail. I wiped it down with alcohol first, and then now I'm just gonna go in and put on these little tapes, and then we're just gonna use our little scissor and just trim it off like that. And then I'm gonna go in with a black gel. And I'm just gonna finish that off, and once that's done, we're gonna cure the gel for 30 seconds, right? The black gel for 30 seconds. And I'm just gonna go in to make sure that I trim off any pieces of the tape that's hanging out like that, because even with a tiny piece of the tape hanging off, later on you put on the gel, and if it's sticking out, it can cause it to peel off when the clients go home or anything like that. So you just have to make sure that it's really flush into the nail. And after you're done with that, I am gonna put on a gel base, any gel base, okay? The reason being is because I want to make sure that the tape is really secure on there. So I'm just gonna put on a gel base first, and I'm gonna clean off the edges like that, and then we're gonna cure it under the light for 30 seconds. And what I'm doing right now is I'm gonna go in and fill
everything is a hard knife to me, and this one is no exception. So I'm not gonna fool around with our listeners. Grab your Kleenex,
rough it out just like that. Just gonna make sure that the tape is really flush to the nail, okay? And nothing is sticking out, nothing is hanging off that it can cause it to pull off or peel off. And then now with the rhinestone, I'm just using diamond glue. It's a squeeze tube from Notpolish, convenient, and it does not dry sticky, so it's really super easy to work with. And what I love about it is it's super convenient, and it actually your rhinestone actually stays on very well. And I'm just applying on my gems just like that, and I'm just gonna apply a little bit more around there to make sure that the ring is really secure. Alright guys, and for my question of the day is, what kind of fall design do you guys like to do the most? Like, what's your favorite right now? And I think my favorite right now is the red and black combos. I've been doing a lot of it, and I think I'm gonna stop for a little while. After like 2-3 sets of the same color combo, I tend to like, I overdid it, I'm gonna stop. But that was my thing. That was my fall thing, is red and black. So what is your favorite fall design to do right now? Mine could be anything, but just the red and black is what I love. And leave me your comment down below, and that's how you guys enter to the next giveaway. And as you guys know, I am only 4 weeks away from giving birth, so I hope that I will have way more videos set up for you guys soon, okay? I am going to be working really hard this last month just to make sure I have a lot of content for you guys. And for this nail, we're actually going to be doing a chrome on this one. So what I'm using right now is a non-cleansing gel top from Notpolish. It's called Glossit top. It's called Glossit, and it's a non-cleansing gel top, and it's super shiny, and it does not get scratchy when your client comes back. Okay, it retains the shine really well. And what I'm doing right now is just put on the gel top, clean the edges, and then cure it. Okay, here's the tricky thing about chrome. If you under cure the gel top coat, the chrome, once you put it on, it will look really dull. It will not look shiny. And if you over cure it, the chrome won't stick to the top coat. So you just have to find that perfect amount of light on the top coat. So what I like to do is I like to test out with one finger first. Okay, you have to test out with one finger first. The reason is because if you do all 10 fingers, right? You put the non-cleansing gel top on all 10 fingers. You go to cure it underneath the light, and guess what? It's over cure. So now none of the chrome is sticking to the top coat. So what you have to do is now you have to put another coat of top coat on top of that. So it's just gonna make the nail really thick, right? So the hardest thing to do about chrome is just making sure that it gets enough light, not under cure or over cure. So just test with one finger first, because some lamps are stronger and some lamps are a little bit weaker. So I can't tell you how long you're supposed to cure your top coat for. Like for my lamp, some lamps I have to cure for 15 seconds, and some lamp I can only cure for 10 seconds, and some lamp I have to cure at 20 seconds. So just test it with one finger first. And what I like to test it with first is usually at 15 seconds. Test your one finger first at 15 seconds, and if you feel like that it's at a good amount of light on it, the chrome is sticking to it, and it gives you that perfect effect, then now you go in and paint on the top coat on the rest of the nails, and then cure it for 15 seconds, right? And if it's not good at 15 seconds, then look, guess what? You didn't paint the other 9 fingers and cure it, and now you have to put on the top coat again. So just test out with one finger first, just to make sure that you get the right amount of light before you do on all 10 fingers. I hope that makes sense. Okay, and all I'm doing is applying my gem right now. The gems on and cure. We're gonna go in with a matted top coat from Notpolish also, and I do recommend getting this matte on top of these gold rings. You see, don't worry if it gets on top of the gold, just make sure it does not get on top of the gems. If you get on top of the gold accessory on there, it's fine. I actually recommend it, but just don't get it on top of the rhinestones, okay? And then we're gonna cure it, and this is the finished product. Super easy, right? Super simple. Well, not that simple, but all right, it's super fall. All right, guys, I'll see you guys on the next video.